Before the release of the Halo Master Chief Collection on PC back in 2019, 2020, kind of hard to say because they split it up, so your mileage may vary. People that were looking for the latest and greatest PC Halo release would have to settle for Halo 2, a game that was actually released in 2004, but ported to PC in 2007 as, an exclusive release for Windows Vista. I did not know that, but that is just hilarious to me. The Halo franchise infamously abandoned the PC market for over a decade before the Master Chief Collection. Or so you might think. You see, back in April of 2015, Saber Interactive, known for their work on Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary and the Master Chief Collection itself, released a little-known experiment of a game beta exclusively in Russia, of all places. This is a short overview of Halo Online. Okay, so I need to give a little bit more info than what was included in the intro, as the whole point of an intro is just kind of hook you in, so, now I'll give the actual info. Yeah. Halo Online was developed by Saber Interactive and Innova Systems. The game itself actually runs on a highly modified version of Halo 3's engine that was tailor-made for the PC specifically. It's noted on the wiki that this engine was actually heavily optimized for smooth performance, especially on low-end computers, and this shows that they were targeting a wide variety of audiences on the PC. The game was officially announced on March 25th, 2015, and shortly after, it was announced that a closed alpha would take place on April 21st, 2015, exclusively in Russia, of all places. Now, from the wiki, they mentioned that the closed beta test was suspended on December 28th, 2015, and there's no point in between that I can find that they swapped between alpha and beta, so either they did it at some point in between, or the wiki is slightly off and they meant to say closed alpha. Either way, the next milestone that we have is that on December 28th, 2015, the beta/alpha was completely suspended, and 1 year later, on August 24th, 2016, the game was actually officially canceled. Innova Systems stated that it was due to Microsoft Studios not really being sure on what they want to end up doing with the project, and ultimately, when you have a project with no actual direction, the whole thing just kind of falls apart. However, this is not the end of this game's story. So during that closed testing beta alpha period, a small group of modders known as, I'm not joking here, eldewrito, like L and then Mountain Dew and then Dorito, began working on the game themselves, dedicated to getting a proper Halo game on the PC for the first time in quite a while. The game was actually modified to play more like the original Halo 3 release of the game, but included some of the new content that is found in Halo Online, because, why would you cut new content? After a couple of years of hard work, it culminated in the release of 0.6 in April of 2018. The mod quickly reached widespread community acclaim and managed to reach over 12,000 concurrent players at one time. This was for a modded release of a failed Halo game that was only ever released in Russia. 12,000 players. That's pretty insane. As many would assume, 343, who headed the Halo franchise at this point, as Bungie had fucked off to work on other things, did not exactly enjoy the Halo franchise having an unofficial free release of their game. And just 4 days later, after the release of 0.6, they contacted the members of the eldewrito team and threatened a DMCA takedown. But this was not your normal corporate bullying small people kind of takedown. This was different. 343 was actually incredibly impressed by the project, and they commended the modders for their hard work, stating that they were only trying to protect Microsoft's IP. They're quoted as saying, "While we are humbled and inspired to see amounts of passion poured into this project, the fact remains that it's built upon Microsoft-owned assets that were never lawfully released or authorized for this purpose." And this is just the start of the weirdness of this whole situation. 343 was so impressed by this one mod that they themselves, quote, took a step back to assess the materials and explore possible avenues. Meaning the company actually started brainstorming for a PC Halo game, which might have become Master Chief Collection, as a result of this community-made mod. The DMCA request stated that the mod could actually continue to be distributed, but any Microsoft-related assets were not to be officially distributed by the eldewrito team. The mod is actually still available today. You just have to somehow source your own copy of Halo Online in order to play it. So I will link in the description the mod itself, but I'm not going to be distributing Halo Online as that's not exactly legal. And this story actually has a very happy ending for the eldewrito team. Not only did they get to keep their fan-made mod and continues to develop it, releasing versions after 0.6, but 343 were so impressed by their work on this mod that they're quoted as saying, "As we look ahead, we're very excited about the prospects of an official classic Halo experience making its way to PC, and we hope to be able to partner with the eldewrito team in broader mod and content community to help and inform the types of experiences and features our fans desire." So, according to the wiki, once again, that actually did happen, as the eldewrito team was actually brought on as an advisory role during the development of the PC port of the Master Chief Collection. That is insane. To go from just a simple mod to bring a beloved franchise into this. What an amazing honor for the group of developers that built out this mod just because they loved Halo. You can actually still play Halo Online today, and there's actually a couple servers still open. I recorded some footage here. This is me in the main menu. I'm showing you the servers and things like that. Now, the main problem with these servers is that they're mostly dead. I've read on the Reddit that you can actually there's certain times where you can join full matches of people that are playing, but even though these servers here might have players in them, let me tell you, there was nobody moving around, and there really wasn't any game going on. I only got a little bit of footage, but you can see it's basically Halo 3, but on the PC. My game kept crashing. I don't know if it was because my copy is actually from the original release or something like that, but it wasn't working that well. But it's a game, and if you liked Halo 3 Forge, it actually works really well. I loaded up Forge, I was spawning things, I was playing around. It worked really well on the Forge version, just not really good for the multiplayer part of it. That's because the player base has basically just moved on. There's a lot of newer Halo games out, Master Chief Collection, Halo Infinite, that people don't really have a reason to go back and play Halo Online. But that doesn't stop it from being just the most interesting case. This game, for a while, was the only way to play a semi-modern Halo game on the PC, and a group of fans who loved the game and decided to create this mod were brought on to Halo Master Chief as an advisory team. It's just insane. And to think that all of this actually might have been what spawned the entire idea of the Master Chief Collection being released on PC. It's just insane. So thanks for watching. I do think you should check out this mod. At least try it for yourself. See if you can mess around in the Halo 3 Forge mode. I will have eldewrito linked in the description. They have an official website. It's got forums, and they're very professionally done. I will also link down the wiki links that I used to find all this information. But once again, I'm not going to be including Halo Online. You're going to have to find that yourself. I don't know where you'd source it, but... Well, anyway, thanks for watching, and bye.